Hello everyone, it's Ryan again, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about intuition and give you a bit of introduction about what I think it is and some of my experiences with it. But I'm not in Boston right now. I'm actually in a place called El Paso, Arkansas, which most people have never heard of. And it's incredibly beautiful out. It's a beautiful day. And I'm actually at the place where I grew up. And so I'm finally out and about and visiting family. It's been such a long time. I've been basically cooped up in my house for over a year because of COVID. So I'm so happy to actually be out and traveling and seeing friends and family again. So let's talk a little bit about intuition. So I think that in my experience, there's a lot of people out there that think that intuition is somehow this grand, explosive vision of the future, like a full-on, visual hallucination almost. But that's not often how it happens. Now, that can happen, but more often than not, intuition is a practice of learning to trust yourself and learning to know yourself to the extent that you pick up on tiny little clues that you're getting all the time. And intuition is a practice. It's something that you can get better at. And just like many of the other practices I talk about on my channel, one way to get better at intuition is to meditate. And I'll link my favorite meditation video right up here, or a video of my favorite meditation right up here, so you all can check it out if you haven't tried it yet. I do this meditation almost every day. And when you meditate and you learn to meditate better, you start to notice more, not only outside of you, but within you. And that brings me to another point. Intuition is just as much about what's going on inside of you as what's going on outside of you. And it is a practice. It's something, like I said, that you can work at to get better at. Number 1 step, meditation. Number 2 step, practice. So let's talk a little bit about practicing meditation. One of my favorite ways to practice meditation is when I'm driving, to constantly be asking myself, is there a cop up ahead? Because I'm a speeder, I must admit. Or is there an accident or danger up ahead? And 99% of the time, I have developed my intuition so that I can get back a correct answer. It's saved me from many an accident, many a danger, and many a ticket. And the times I've gotten a ticket is when I was not paying attention to myself and my intuition. Oftentimes, what that looks like is I'll be driving along and there's just a feeling, slow down. And so I'll slow down, and there'll be either an accident or something in the road or a cop on the side. It's as simple as that. Now, let's say you don't drive. Pick something else. Pick something else that's a simple yes or no answer and practice it. Another way I do this in Boston very often is asking myself when I'm on transit, which is the best route to take. So my point is, choose something that integrates fairly seamlessly into your everyday life. Motion or going about your daily activities, your normal daily activities, is a great way to test your intuition. Another one that fits into that, if you're getting a phone call, don't look at the phone to see who it is. Ask yourself who it is first. And oftentimes the response that you're going to get from these types of practices of intuition are going to be very subtle. And so learning to calm yourself, quiet yourself, slip into that meditative state that you've been practicing after you ask yourself the question, not while driving, is to turn you inward and help you kind of uncover the subtle little feedback you're getting from yourself. I call it a gut feeling, and I'm sure you've probably heard that. And like I said, you can do this while driving. Just don't go into a full meditative state is all I'm saying. You can, once you are practiced at meditation, you can easily pop in and out of that state and check in with yourself. It's a way to get still and quiet where you can notice the subtle stuff that's going on internally all the time. or even externally. Oftentimes, intuition expresses itself in synchronicities. So maybe an example of this is you're testing your intuition and asking yourself, should I call my friend? I have a feeling about them. And then they text you. That's a very blatant example, but that's a sign from the universe, an answer that's telling you, yes, you probably should do this thing. Another example is, should I get mom an X gift for her birthday or for Mother's Day? And then you see an ad for exactly what you're thinking about. That's another example. Whatever it is, you can practice it. Experiment. Find the thing that works best for you. One of the sensations that I get when I'm doing this is it feels almost like a tug on my solar plexus. And if you're not sure where your solar plexus is, it's just below your breastbone. It's an energy sensor right there, and it's what I call that gut feeling. And oftentimes it's directional. Like I said, walking around the city or driving, it pulls me in a certain direction. Or it's just a feeling about a person. You can even do that when you meet a new person, asking yourself things about them and seeing how accurate you are and practicing that. Or paying attention to what you're getting from people as you see them out and about. And when I say that, I mean like what you're getting internally. And maybe even journaling about it. Writing things down really helps to develop these skills. And yet another way to develop your intuition is use a tool, especially a divination tool like tarot cards or runes. And they help develop your intuition because they've already got a power of intuition and divination to them. So working with those, give yourself a daily tarot reading or a daily rune reading. Practice with your friends. These are really great ways that you can practice and hone your intuition. Well, like I said, short video. There's a few of my thoughts about the subject. I hopefully will do a more in-depth one at a later date. And as always, I really appreciate you all joining me and listening. And I love your comments, your questions. I read them all and answer them all. Please subscribe if you've liked this video and like the video, obviously. And you can also find me, if you want, on Instagram at dark.winter.moon or at my website, darkwintermoon.boston. Well, as always, have a wonderful weekend. Blessed be. Love you all.